I think one of the main things that we were looking for was to try and create the mystery that Stephen King gets into his books and try to get a visual image of that.
It all starts with the screenplay, and the director will generally go through that screenplay and work out a shot list, a way of structuring a sequence into a series of cuts that will tell that story.
Lonnie, come back! Please, I want to go!
We work very closely with all the directors. I think that's really a starting point. I can interpret the script and I get my initial ideas down, but then the next step is to sort of make sure that it's achieving all the directors' requirements as well. It's probably the best example would be Autopsy Room 4. Mikael, the director, was very specific about a couple of shots that he wanted to do. He wanted the main character to sort of first see the body in the autopsy room through 2 layers of windows. And to do that, and it was a continuous shot, so that actually determined how the set ended up being designed purely on one shot.
My job is to translate the director's vision into drawings that get distributed to the different departments so there's a continuity of style, design, shot structure. I'll sit down and speak about the colour palette, the construction techniques, the way a set will go together, and I will include them into the drawing and keep developing it until we've come as close as we can get to being accurate to the finished product. When we were doing Umney's Last Case, I did an interior sketch for Blondie's Diner, and I remember I was really happy with the drawing, and I walked in. When I saw it, it was like walking into my painting, and I was so happy with the end result. They'd even lit the set the same way as I'd lit it in the painting.
Dunninger's been getting rough with your girl.
I told her to stay away from that hophead.
There are a number of instances when we would decide that a particular shot would need to be a visual effects shot.
First of all, they give us a script, and we go through and find out what kind of ways we can achieve the shots, whether they might be people rigged with wires or whether they're people that are CG.
Road virus, for example, we needed to find a small town, but it needed to have a water tower. And so what we did was we found the town, but we were creating the water tower to put in the background.
In this particular episode, this is the painting bought in a yard sale by Richard Cannell, and all of the elements had to play. Every one of them gets featured. In this case, we didn't have the car when I started painting, so I actually ran out of time and had to paint the car anyway and hope to God that I could find one. And we ended up finding the exact same car, but in bright red, painted it black, meaned it up a little bit and made it look exactly like the painting.
Oh, you're a smug one. What do you know I don't know?
This is a shot from a show called The End of the Whole Mess, in which the character has a box containing a wasp's nest. So obviously we didn't have wasps on the day, we couldn't do that. So we had to create these wasps in 3D, and this is the shot where he actually takes it out.
Let's roll. Hey, what are you doing?
Same old was. This is Rock and Roll Heaven, which is a town we built out in Werribee. We don't have a location that looks anything or remotely like this. So this is the byproduct of 3 draftspeople working around the clock, drawing plans for each individual building.
It's like the town in the Twilight Zone.
The most challenging shot we have in this series has been a shot for Umney's, where we have 1920s Hollywood Boulevard, in which we have to build a full CG matte painted environment that tracks from one side of the road across the other as Sam Umney walks across the street.
What we did was we built a set, and the rest of it was going to be a matte painting.
We built everything up to the first floor, and then everything above the roof line in this first story is added in digitally later.
After the actual scenes were shot, and they'd sort of work their magic and pull it all together.